We're about to witness a situation where Radhika, a team manager, is about to have a conversation with Pallavi, her team member who has not cleared an internal job posting she applied for. As it turns out, Pallavi has not taken this failure very well. Considering we're looking at how to use E4C in a discussion unrelated to performance, let's see how Radhika handles this conversation.
Hey Pallavi.
Hey,
I just heard what happened at the IJP. How are you feeling now?
to be honest, I'm really disappointed. I was really looking forward to this opportunity, and now it looks like I'm going to be stuck here forever. Anyway, life moves on, I'll move on. What was that project that we needed to work on?
Don't shirk the conversation no matter how hard it will be, even if the individual concerned wants to avoid it.
Come on, don't be like this. I mean, brushing aside your disappointments is one thing, but dismissing it altogether is quite another. For whatever it's worth, I'd really like to talk to you. And if today's not a good time, can I block some time for tomorrow?
I really don't know what's left to be discussed. I mean, the decision has been made and they're not hiring me. I'd really like to go home early today. And if you want to talk, can we do this tomorrow?
Absolutely, I completely understand. I'll just block time for tomorrow, and I think it's a great idea for you to take the day off. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, come in. Hi, Pallavi.
Hi.
Come. Have a seat. So, how are you feeling today?
Like I failed an IGP.
Communicate empathy.
Pallavi, I totally hear what you're saying. I can only imagine what you're going through. If I was in your place, I would have probably felt the same way.
Base the discussion on evidence, data. Set the context for the discussion.
So, I wanted to speak to you about the process leader customer services IGP that passed you by. You put up a brave front yesterday, but I know that there's a lot more going on in your mind. What are you thinking about now?
This is conversational intelligence at work. When people are disappointed, they might be reluctant to open up. Give them the time and space to gather their thoughts. The silence might be unnerving, but learn to be comfortable with it. Continue making eye contact with the individual concerned.
I was deeply disappointed. You know, I've been looking forward to this job for over 18 months now, and I don't know what went wrong with my candidature. I mean, I'm not an idiot, and the interview went really well, and somehow I feel like there may be internal reasons.
Pallavi, hearing you speak now, I realize how heartbroken you are at not getting this IJP.
I was really looking forward to this job, you know, and it's been my dream, and I've been working so hard, and to not get it is just so devastating. I just don't know what to do.
Pallavi, I now know how much this IJP meant to you.
This was my dream job, Radhika, and to fail at this was just, it really broke my heart.
Evidence and effect.
Pallavi, your disappointment is obvious. However, do you know what happened back there?
No, but I'd really like to know.
As a matter of fact, I do. I reached out to the HR team last evening to inquire about why you did not clear. The IJP interview panel felt that your skills weren't a match, that you further need to develop skills in handling tough customer situations, especially irate customers. They also felt that you're not fully prepared to take up the challenges of the role. That's why you didn't make the cut. Can you tell me what you're thinking about right now?
You know, I feel like there's a lot of politics at play here. I mean, first there's this nonsensical policy of me waiting 18 months, and then they say I don't have the skill set. I mean, they don't really care about employee interests at all. It's all about, getting the job done. And to be honest, I feel like you probably don't want me to move out of this team.
Manage negative emotions, especially aggression, with tact and grace. Do not react to provocation.
Pallavi, I understand what you're saying. I understand that you feel let down by the organization and by me. I also understand that the role you're looking for is with more customer interaction, and the current role of data entry does not interest you in the long term. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Pallavi, let me assure you that I want nothing more than for you to succeed, whether it is on my team or on any other. And I'd rather have an employee who wants to be here by choice rather than lack of better options. And if the best thing moving forward is for you to be on another team, I will stand by you and I will do everything I can to facilitate that. And if there was any doubt about that in the past, I hope that this clears it up.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to point a finger at you. I'm really sorry, Radhika. I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
That's okay. I'm not taking anything personally. I understand that you're very upset. And while I cannot do anything to override the decision made by the IGP panel, I can suggest ways in which I can help you grow. So, can we do that now?
Yeah, I'd really like that.
Counsel.
Good. Pallavi, you are very efficient and I see great potential in you. It's time to see how we can figure out ways to get that enthusiastic spark back. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, the first thing that the HR team said about your IJP experience was your ability to handle tough customer situations. Do you have any thoughts on what led them to think that way?
So the panel asked me what experience I had with difficult customers, and I had to say it was very limited, especially on the calls. Then they asked me what experience I had in training, and again I had to say not much. But in my opinion, I don't think it's that difficult to pick up this skill.
Yes, maybe. But I think it's important to remember that the IJP panel cannot take chances with key role skill requirements. As a front office process leader, you will be required to deal with difficult customers on an everyday basis. And so the preference would be to have someone who has some experience with that aspect of the role.
Naturally, but then how do I get past this? My current role does not allow me any experience with difficult customers, and without that, my candidature would be weak.
I have a thought on that one. Our L&D team conducts a few workshops to help improve the skills with handling tough customer situations. Although these workshops are exclusively for front office personnel, I don't see why we can't make an exception for you on that one, especially since we are going to add it to your development plan.
Oh, I would really like that.
Sure. And as far as the experience is concerned, I'm aware that sometime in the near future, the front office teams are looking at cross-skilling the back office teams in improving their skills in handling customer calls, especially when the volumes spike. And I think that'll be a great way for you to get first-hand experience in live customer calls.
Yes, I'd love that.
I'm sure you would. But the initiative is still in the pipeline. I will let you know when the cross-skill initiative goes live. Yeah? Okay. As far as the second bit of feedback that came through from your IJP experience, they said that you were not prepared for the challenges of the role. What made them think that? What questions did they ask you?
You know, that part was really irritating because they kept asking me about front office SLAs and other technical questions, and then they kept asking me about what the challenges would be or what the process is. I mean, they know I don't have any front office experience. Why rub it in? I mean, wouldn't they train me if I got the job? Isn't that what OJTs are for? You know, that was when I figured out that the whole thing was rigged.
I can see how you would feel that way. But Pallavi, for you to understand what happened back there, I need you to think like a panel member and not as an associate. Who would you hire for the job? Somebody who had experience and was job ready, or somebody who was completely new and had to be trained from scratch?
I see.
Yeah, that's why the panel went right past you and hired someone better prepared for the job.
But then, wouldn't people from the same department be privy to this kind of information? I mean, how are people from other departments supposed to know this?
Did you seek any information from the front office department? Or did you do any kind of legwork in getting information on what this job requires?
Honestly, no.
See, I think you know where I'm going with this, yeah? But let's focus on how to fix the problem. The front office cross-skill initiative will put you directly in touch with team managers and ops managers of the front office. And I want you to pick their brain on every detail of the job. And I will help you prepare on the kind of questions you should be asking them. There are things that you can do.
Half an hour later, after a detailed discussion.
You know, I'm suddenly so much more excited about my job. I mean, I promise you that as long as I'm on this team, I'll give you my 100% every single day. I promise.
I'm sure you will. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Discovered something new? Hit like, share and subscribe to keep the knowledge flowing.